There we go. Everything might be set up correctly. I don't know. I did actually bother to put more files in the funny folders. Just a little bit. Let me adjust the microphone some more. My sleep schedule's still fucked. I'm waking up before 10 p.m. Waking up at like... Oh yeah, oh, I got up at like 2 p.m. today, I think. Oh. Couldn't be worse. Good morning, Colicus. Good morning, Naminton Tootie. Good morning, Shiblace. Good morning, Doctagon. Good morning, Jimmy Map. Good morning, Diabetic Cat. Enough about me. Didn't I send an object flying last time? Yeah, whatever. It's probably fine. I really wish... like the objects would drift if you send them up with a balloon. Maybe there's some way to get them to move. I don't know. I'll have to figure that out. Probably some hook contraption. Some sort of thingamajig. Like you break the physics engine by having like some hooks do some black magic and get like they'll start like whirling around. The 3D printer. I gotta clean that up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Place is a fucking mess. Hi, Kerfer, hi! You little pervert. Forgot about some of this. I misspelled hydration. There we go. Shambolic. What does that mean? I didn't do the daily yet.
The rules have changed. Accepting change is one thing. Understanding it is something else. America's future adversaries will be creative and adaptive opponents, using strategies to diminish U.S. resolve by attacking our homeland, killing innocent civilians, and seeking any means to exploit our vulnerabilities. The enemy will resort to dispersed small unit operations, attacking any weakness while trying to manipulate international public opinion.
This is from 2004.
Our army is
all of these videos are
unprecedented change,
except for the ones that aren't.
Towards the future force. But what exactly is the
Get
future
laser
force?
pointed.
The future force is designed to provide the Joint Force Commander with more options during pre-conflict, conflict when necessary, and post-conflict. It's a strategically responsive precision maneuver force dominant across the range of joint military operations.
Oh, he's just like a Halo man.
This lighter, more agile force will initially consist of special forces, Ranger, airborne air
This is a little laser pointer.
modernized and mechanized forces, Stryker Brigade combat team,
The whole fucking
and
video.
eventually, future combat system equipped units. As a general purpose force, it will dominate land operations in any future conflict.
That was
Executing seamless
badass.
transitions from peacetime posture to smaller scale contingencies or major theater war. What's different about the future force from our Army today?
Holy.
What we're really doing is transforming from time-consuming force projection to strategic responsiveness, from delays between force closure and force employment to immediate employment of forces. In the past, we've tended to operate in deliberate
That airplane just gave birth.
compared to tomorrow's simultaneous distributed operations.
My God.
Yesterday's attrition-based campaigns are going to yield to a different approach. Direct attack of key forces and centers of gravity to defeat the enemy's capabilities and will to fight. Networked information integrated at all layers will clear up the uncertainty and gaps in situational understanding that we've often faced in the past. Another significant difference is that the
He's
future
beaming
force will
like
shed our traditional
Askiomogus
heavy
cock
logistical
directly
infrastructure,
to a truck.
reducing vulnerability and increasing our combat effectiveness. The future force is based on such innovative concepts as operational maneuver from strategic distances, rapid projection of tailored units, able to immediately
I'm joining the
engage our
army. Oh my
forces
God.
in a variety of contingencies, arriving ready to fight. If necessary, future
that's a
force
PNG.
formations will use forcible
Just a
entry into the
billboarded
field
like tree and
in
flowers.
places and times of our choosing to gain tactical positions of advantage and strike critical
Holy.
objectives. Shaping operations are used prior
That
to
mask
deployment
like
and
design,
during
like the
entire
helmet, is really
campaign.
cool.
By continuously shaping the joint
I don't think
battle space
that's
environment in our
ever
favor,
been real.
we will set the conditions for decision. As shaping continues to evolve, future force units conduct decisive operations to achieve the
Like,
joint
good morning,
commander's desired
Renbado.
results. Whether to bypass, degrade, or destroy specific enemy forces, the future force controls the battle space.
That was a school. Yeah, hope they learned their fucking lesson.
We're going to make this happen with simultaneous distributed operations, which may be separated in space and time,
Oh my
but
God.
linked in purpose. The future force will dictate the operational tempo of the campaign and attack.
This is
the
made by
enemy
those
directly
guys that
at
did
its centers
the
of
Teddy
gravity.
Roosevelt
Those
animations.
characteristics, capabilities, or sources of power from which the enemy derives its freedom of action, physical strength, or will to fight.
Oh my God.
Information is power, and the quality of firsts, the ability to see first,
Fucking
understand first,
transitions in
act
this are
first, and finish
wild.
decisively, will enable the future force to outthink and outmaneuver our adversaries throughout the joint
This
campaign.
is awesome.
Future force leaders and soldiers will see individual or whole parts of their operational environment in real time.
Sneak
This allows
truck.
us to recognize patterns and anticipate enemy intentions.
Fucking beams you.
Unit leaders will determine options and choose a course of action, acting
Oh
first.
my God.
With overwhelming joint firepower and maneuver, the future force will destroy the enemy's ability to fight, eliminating his freedom of action.
Yeah, it's just a house.
Who's going to execute these current
Okay, what's gonna
future
happen this
challenges?
time?
The American soldier
Oh.
is the centerpiece of the future force.
I was waiting for
Many of
like
them have
someone to
already
explode
tasted
through the
combat,
PowerPoint presentation
and implementing
again.
these evolving concepts through tough, realistic, and demanding
He was living
training.
in the future.
Innovative leaders and soldiers are contributing to the development of the future force through experience and
Good morning,
experimentation,
good morning to Damon.
demonstrating warrior ethos by putting
Yeah,
mission
we're watching
first,
TV.
refusing to accept defeat, never quitting, and never leaving behind a fallen comrade. Transforming our army to the future force is already happening. In the field and in battle labs, we're experimenting in a joint environment
God.
with realistic simulations, testing our concepts right now, and pushing our combat systems to the limit before we bend metal. With a sense of urgency and purpose, we're getting better every day, collaborating with the best Air Force,
The fucking
Marine Corps,
future.
Navy, and Coast Guard to provide the Joint Force Commander with unmatched land dominance. The rules have changed.
Badass. Who's ready to sign up? wonder, is Metro Video Productions still around? The transitioning army. Hey, hold on. Wild.
Okay, let's talk about risk reduction. Once we've identified
3 level 3s.
it's not enough to simply point them out and caution miners to be careful or post warning signs. No, we need to take specific steps to reduce risk when we find them.
We look at the guarding as we're walking around to see that it's
Hold on.
packed in place properly.
I gotta bump the
If
audio
wasn't
up on my
something,
end.
Try to find out why. Was it a problem that the associate didn't want to take time to put it back on?
Holy. 3 chatters doing the army, sir, yes sir. Hoorah to work after joining the Future Force army. What do you mean after? You do that right now. And going Jack 00. Yeah, Flight Night's cool. Oh, it's still floating. Wait, hold on. What is that? I recognize that. It's going up. That's Goku. That's Goku. Oh, the thing is okay. What did you do? Don't worry about it. Man, video games, huh? I didn't grab any more 3D models. Sorry.
Interlocked to the machine's power supply. Less effective guards include barriers that prevent inadvertent exposure but are movable or removable. Adjustable physical devices.
Yeah, we're not getting anything better than the army. Like, the fucking future. Damn. I'm playing Alkionor. Really hope the drone doesn't pick me up. Do I need anything else? I'm good morning, Garwick. What are those voices of the Freud? Wait a minute. The Red Eggman. Yeah, we need a few of these. There. Go, my child. Voices of the Noid. That one guy was hearing the voices of the Noid when he was schizophrenic.
Don't ever rely on them to keep equipment from starting up or running. Before beginning work on devices equipped with interlocking guards, always make sure the main power supply is de-energized, locked, and tagged. Interlocking guards can have some drawbacks. To be effective, they need to be carefully adjusted and maintained.
Yeah, why isn't it full screen? Is
They're
it?
subject to operational
Am I insane?
shutdowns if the interlock malfunctions or is inadvertently activated. And they can be bypassed by
whatever.
electrically jumping out the interlock.
Car engine
But that is
videos.
never acceptable practice.
Badass.
Here is a positive brake safety interlock. It's made up of
Cola, cigarette, cereal.
electromechanical
God, I
switches.
fucking wish.
The electrical contacts remain closed until they are forced open by a mechanical
Like
actuator key.
3 custom posters.
The key mechanically rotates a cam, opening the safety circuit
Give me a sticker
and
pack.
shutting down the system when a guard is moved or opened. It's hard to defeat or bypass these switches, and they are a big improvement over older style, unreliable spring-loaded limit
I don't remember what pictures I want.
Susceptible to
Just get one of
spring
each.
being blocked in the safe position. This
There.
is a magnetically interlocked guard. Close positioning of magnetic switches hold electrical contacts in place when the guard is in position. The switch is open when the guard is moved or opened, interrupting power to the machine immediately. This kind of device affords a high degree of protection. The trapped key interlock is a variation of electrical interlock. A key-controlled system ensures that a predetermined sequence of operations is followed and that critical machine parts are locked in the same position before guards are removed or opened. This means that the machine's electrical power supply has to be shut down before the keys
I'm rocking
to
on
control the guards
1s.
can work.
Give me 10s.
Fixed guards or movable doors or gates protected by trap key interlocks can only be moved after the proper keys are inserted into their locks.
There.
Trap key interlocks provide redundancy.
Oh yeah, this is from the Mine Safety, Mine Health and Safety Association? I don't remember.
Now we're going to find out about safety appliances.
Why does everyone have a spyglass?
By safety of mine.
Yoink. What do you mean, information? I almost forgot the bed looked like this. Oh, that's not good. You know what I think that was?
Are examples of photoelectric devices. Designers of light curtain
No.
protective systems.
What was that?
often carefully select equipment.
I just fixed my ATV. Oh, is that the funny robot?
Meow. Meow.
No, that thing fixes your bike. He hates reading chat? Sorry, I was too busy. Oh, the game's for— what the fuck? Yeah, let me fix that. Sorry, I was getting too into it. There we go. What did you do, Jimmy? The fucking Hydrax. I think those are Hydraxes. Those little freaks. Well, something made a meat crunching noise. It wasn't me. It may have been me. I put some more pictures on here. I scrolled through the downloads folder to find what I could. I don't know if there's anything horizontal good. Looks like a lot of them didn't actually work. It's a shame. Ah, yeah. Ah, yeah. Nah, this is nice. I think that's a good spot. Life could be a dream. Shibuya. Get to the paradise above.
Newer switches give a higher level of protection because they stop equipment if the cord is pulled, breaks, or even goes slack. These newer switches are recommended.
Brighten up the room a little. I don't know.
The following is a production of New Mexico State University.
Scott McMahon, tree horticulturist at the Desert
Wild.
Garden in Phoenix, demonstrates
A little
irrigation practices
stretch.
for trees and shrubs.
Hi, Scott. I'm glad to see you're irrigating outside, away from the trunk, not in the water.
That's what we like to do here. We like to
wild.
bring the emitters away from the trunk after a period of time, and so the tree's roots will reach away and search for the water in order to stabilize the tree and keep it from blowing over.
Yeah, windy environments like the Southwest create problems. You just continue to water right here in the watering well. Keep the roots right here.
Yes, exactly. That's what happens, and that's a correction that people need to make after they've had their tree.
Maybe I put this somewhere else.
They need to keep on using their emitter heads.
What was that neat noise? There we go. Have you on the robot data yet? No. I haven't found any neat. Almost forgot about that. Perfect. Alright. It's weird that some of the images work and some of them don't. Maybe there's like a limit to... I don't know. Anything can happen in a ROM hack. Shoutouts to Gene.
Of 1 gallon per hour. This is about
maybe, I don't know. Trying to figure out where this would best fit. Oh my! Just massive poster on the wall.
emitter, which will be 2 hours or 4 hours. This would be on maybe 30 minutes.
More shallow to get the seeds germinated.
Yes.
Scott, this is interesting. Thank you very much.
I mean, the map is really useful.
Represent the views and opinions of the NMSU Board of Regents.
This goes in the hallway.
From interviews with today's
Or right there.
forest farmers who are cultivating high-value specialty crops under the protection of a forest canopy that has been modified to provide the correct shade level. These forest farmers are deriving income today, while high-quality trees are being
It's not
grown for quality
great.
products tomorrow. To succeed at forest farming, you must know your product, know your forest, and know your market.
The phrase, "you can't see the forest through the trees," really rings true.
Yeah, maybe. Imperial decoration is so difficult. My burger's getting cold, hold on. Fuck. Too hungry. It was a good burger. Wait, where did I put it? I lost it already. Fucking borzoi. Yeah, it's a shame. There's like 20, 30 pictures I threw in there. I'll take Olamog. Perfect. Good morning, Mega Mook. What the fuck am I in there? Funny. Yeah. I just scrolled through my downloads folder. Damn. Yeah, that one's square, so it should work well. You know what? I think this one's square too, but... all the cat propaganda over here. Having this thing next to my real cat is scary. Oh yeah, there it is. This goes upstairs. That would be kind of nice here. Oops. Like, yeah. Cover up the cracks on the wall a little. It's scary. You could just do that. God, it's missing so many. Whatever. It doesn't have a transparent background. Damn. Good morning, Bubble Spoke. Thank you for the raid, Mega Int Quotient. What did you do, Jimmy? Fucked up animal. What is that? Anyways, good morning, Noise MTV. Good morning, Mega Int Quotient. There we go. Pizza Tower. Did you win? Whose fucking cat is it? That's a cool cat. It's fucked up. Yeah, we're winning. Badass. Some sort of good luck charm. Sonic a racist. Badass. This thing goes in a frame, 100%. This goes in the bedroom. Yeah. I think the burger goes on a large poster too. Like this. That's awesome. Damn it. Is that Agartha? I don't think so. Maybe on the left, yeah. I think you have to have the images at like a certain resolution for them to work properly, unfortunately. I wish I had that gravity gun. Nightlight. Yeah, there's like a text file in the thing that says like res.txt, and it's got a bunch of different resolutions in it, so yeah, I think like that's probably that. Badass. Yeah, this is awesome. Yeah. Think of like Remy Legato. Paperbag.exe. Initiate gay sex directives. I gotta clean this place up. That's awesome. Anything actually make a good rug? Like this is the artifact thing kind of ruins it.
much more like the real thing.
We're become part of a chef's collaborative where they promote local farms and local food products in the restaurant.
Nah.
That on the menu. They won't just say shiitake mushrooms on the menu with steak. They'll actually say Ozark Forest shiitake mushrooms. And then you know you've really educated the chef and then the person who eats the food, and then they go to the supermarket and the product
How did you miss the diabetic cat?
And that's what it's all about.
Cat climbing a tree. Badass.
Everybody was guarded,
Blink.
so it was just fun to walk the neighborhood and see who was doing what. And one day,
Giant Luke on the floor.
saying, "Come Saturday, 8 a.m. Plant sale." And we got there and Marlon's house, and then to discover that he was turning the money over, and his
Doesn't
children
look too bad.
working with him, and it would go to their school activities. It was really wonderful.
Not yet though.
Working with the wildflowers actually came with an idea that I had when I was younger. I wanted to have a Kool-Aid stand, like a lot of kids did. I wanted to sell something.
That looks kind of 3D from like the right angle. Whoa.
In this area is where we propagate our mayapple.
Yeah, none of these are great floor textures.
In a bed like this established, you almost feel bad about charging money for the plants because essentially the propagation process is just weeding out the excess plants that grow here, and we get about $400 per year from the small area.
Yeah, get out of here.
We've been talking to them, but in the year 2000 we had a gift given by
What's that cat? There we go.
the university's actually
I love that guy. What is this? How big are the boobs? A dog sitting in the gutter drinking water. That's awesome. God, I wish that were me. That means when T-Man the bagged. It's so true. The giant Colicus. I'm going Costello. What the? I thought the Goku was still there. Huh. Giant, wait, no, it's not right. Wait, no.
Garlic mustard or other invasive plants taking over. So it's a
Yeah,
matter of being careful with
there
what
he
you're
is.
doing. I'm talking here about small plots in a woods.
Minuscule.
Because we've got woods in Illinois where most of the native wildflowers have been eliminated.
We've been doing this for 10 years and our surpluses have only gone up with tremendous sales. So I think if you play your cards right and most importantly learn the plants, then you'll have no problem.
There are many different
Yeah.
types of forest farming practices.
English guy sitting in the pond with the flowers. That's a good one, yeah.
However, they all utilize the forest to create an environment for specialty crops today, while growing trees for wood products tomorrow. By knowing your product, the forest,
I
and
want
the
that there.
market, you will increase your chances
It's a good
of
one.
success. Forest farming practices create economic opportunity and take pressure off our natural forest ecosystem. It may be illegal to harvest wild plant populations found in
We're so back.
For more information about forest
I think you can hear my computer working overtime. Oops. Anyways. I caved in. I drink coffee again. Maybe if I chug unreasonable amounts of water, it'll even out. I lied, that wasn't coffee. Is that Some liquid hydration thing. I don't know. It's just got a bunch of caffeine in it. And salt and sugar. So it's basically coffee. Whoa. Grand Designs. Granddad.
If you haven't finished the bolting cycle at the end
Where's
of the
Colicus?
shift,
Where's Colicus? Get
back
him
up
on
the
here.
boulder a few rows and hang an unsupported roof sign. This warns the next crew that the cut needs additional support and helps to keep
Peak
others from
house show.
accidentally going
I
into
need
unsupported
some
roof.
interior design help. Definitely.
Park the boulder. Turn off the pump motor and lights. And before leaving
Alani
the boulder,
energy
organize
drinks.
supplies and clean up by removing empty rock dust bags, used bits, and any damaged resin cartridges.
Huh. British
As you
television
walk back to
series.
disconnect the power at the power center.
Kevin
Be sure the
MacLeod. Wait,
boulder
what?
cable is located along the rib.
So Kevin MacLeod. Is that different from Kevin MacLeod?
Tell your supervisor about any unusual problems or concerns regarding machine performance or roof and rib
Why
conditions.
does he have the A and then the I don't remember.
Also, communicate the current condition of the boulder and the work environment with the oncoming crew. Parking the boulder at a safe location, never behind a check curtain or in the middle of the intersection, maintaining good machine housekeeping, and having good communication with the oncoming
Alright.
crew are excellent ways to help the next crew begin their shift.
Nigga, my old taco. Error rules have invaded your TF2 server.
The following is a production
That's
of
scary.
New Mexico State University.
We're here today at Ganawalska Lotus Land in Santa Barbara, California. Virginia Hayes shows us this spectacular garden. Virginia, how did this garden become established and what's its purpose?
Well, we're here basically because Ganawalska, who created most of what you see around us, decided to grow a garden and then leave it for the rest of us to enjoy. There's an older history here. It was a nursery for a number of years in the 1880s,
There.
and then it was just a private estate. But Ganawalska owned it for over 40 years and created the gardens that we're going to see today.
I see a beautiful water feature here.
Yes, this pond was
What is
actually
this?
here
What have you
in the
done,
1920s,
Colicus?
But Madame Walska did her particular touch to things, which was to
Sunflower Girl. I remember seeing that thing before.
And around it,
Badass.
don't use a lot of water.
You can't stop me.
That's right. This is the aloe garden.
And these aloes are from what part of the world? They're not from this part.
Most
What have you
aloes
done,
are from
Doc?
South Africa and a few from Madagascar and other parts of Africa. Our collection is mainly from South Africa with a few Madagascar.
I've gone way over budget. Now you got excited to think I went over budget.
If you look at the way the leaves fold
Wild.
together, it's sort of like a braid.
Ah, okay.
I get it.
Everyone's familiar with the aloe vera,
That's right.
and you've got some of that here.
We do have that, not right where we are, but
Okay, hold on. I need any home designers to help me out.
aloes have the same medicinal properties as aloe vera.
What do I do to, how do I fix my bedroom? How do I fix this? I'm thinking more light sources would do it. It's just a drone. Thought that was an alien. Center table. Okay. Maybe this table to this. No. He's lived like this and don't see any problem. You're right. Could take this inside. The cock chair. Ah, god damn it. Now we're getting low on sleep. Oh yeah, shadows out there. There's Christmas lights. That's normal. Yeah, bad desk PC was the happiest you've ever been. Is it because of only having a better desk and a PC, or were there other factors? Wait, what do you get a direct look at? Could use some lights outside. Not living in a house of 7. Yeah, that'll do it. Oh, that bit, yeah. It's just aliens, yeah. It's normal. Oh yeah, where's Jack? Yeah, let me put this somewhere else. There we go. The most used room in the house, the staircase. Doesn't feel quite right. Maybe it is decent right here. Right next to the... No. Yeah, this interior design stuff sure is hard. Oh yeah, the new content. It's Halloween, right? This month? Oh, I thought it was Halloween. Oh. Does Queer Eye do interior designs? That's a good question. Maybe that is a good spot. I don't know. It's going in the server room, at the signal room.
Now, a dirty bomb can contain radioactive material other than cesium-137. Is Prussian blue going to be effective in dealing with those as well?
Well, we're not aware of any clinical data that shows that Prussian blue is effective in those cases. When the kind of radiation contamination isn't known, Prussian blue should be given together with other drugs such as potassium iodide, calcium or zinc DTPA, or sodium alginate that are known to be effective in treating contamination.
Imagine the calories from the s'mores. Yeah. You know what? I can imagine that.
Recently issued an alert about a counterfeit mesh product labeled as Prolene. Prolene is a non-absorbable polypropylene mesh that's used in the repair of hernias and other fascial deficiencies. Ethicon says that the counterfeit product is a flat mesh measuring 3 by 6 inches with a product code of PMII. So far, the affected lot numbers are RBE 609
there we go.
and RJJ 130.
Oh yeah, what is this? Yeah, FDA safety news. It's like one every month for some reason. I don't know if I found those for like the other years, but we got them for 2004. This is before Halo 3 drop. Think about it.
And the Ethicon logo on the counterfeit box appears in a thicker type.
Oh yeah.
Ethicon is advising physicians, nurses, and other healthcare professionals to carefully examine all 3x6-inch flat mesh Prolene before using it.
Yeah, archive.org is awesome. Find my reports. Oh, I clicked it, but I didn't hold it. That's why. 25 was 2,000 years ago. You feel old yet? Maybe. Maybe. 6-to-1 fuel. That's gotta be lucky. I think the water cooler might help a little bit. Yeah, let me get a phone. We're gaming. Tables, some light sources. I might get the wall builder. Start building some walls. There's some stuff you can do. I'm gonna kill this guy. No offense. I forgot I got like a slightly better graphics card. So the game's able to run it all right now. Yoink. Gotta clean all this up. Fuck. Put this thing in the furnace. Hey, good morning, Arcilador. Welcome to gaming. Thing's still floating up. Wild. It's gonna be there for a while.
In children is Prozac. But it also notes that the failure of any single study to show effectiveness doesn't necessarily mean that the drug isn't effective. The advisory recognizes that there aren't many established treatment options for children with MDD, and so available for adults with MDD. The advisory also stresses that these antidepressant drugs should be used with caution, whether you're treating children or adults. It points out that the drug labeling already says that suicide attempts are an inherent possibility in MDD, and they may persist until significant remission occurs. So high-risk patients should be closely supervised during initial drug therapy, and also, in order to reduce the risk of an overdose, prescription should be made for the smallest number of tablets consistent with good patient management.
There was a message to be passed on to patients in the advisory, too.
The advisory says that patients should not discontinue these drugs without first consulting with their physicians. For some of these drugs, it's important that they're not abruptly discontinued. The advisory tells parents and other caretakers of children who are on antidepressants to
there we go.
talk to their
Badass.
doctors about these drugs.
Playing the Thaumaturge. Crashed your computer 3 times. That's not normal. Oh my god.
future editions of FDA Patient Safety News.
Abbott Laboratories has sent a letter to healthcare professionals about its product Ultane, or sevoflurane, a general anesthetic. The letter warns about rare reports of fires or extreme heat in the respiratory circuit of anesthesia machines when this product is used.
Although the exact cause of the fires hasn't yet been determined, in most cases the CO2 absorbent material used with the Ultane had become desiccated. This may have led to an increased exothermic reaction between the sevoflurane and the absorbent material.
The letter from Abbott
NVIDIA.
provides a number of recommendations to reduce the risk of fires or excessive heat. Let's summarize them.
First, replace the CO2 absorbent if you suspect it's become desiccated because it hasn't been used for a long time.
Turn off the anesthesia machine completely at the end of each clinical use. If the machine is left on, fresh gas continues to flow through it at a low rate, and this may accelerate the drying of the absorbent.
Turn off all vaporizers when they're not in use.
Before you use a new CO2 absorbent, check the integrity of the packaging.
Periodically monitor the temperature of the CO2 absorbent canisters.
Yeah, fuck NVIDIA. These guys suck ass.
Vaporizer setting and the concentration of the inspired sevoflurane. If you notice an unusually delayed rise or an unexpected decline in the inspired sevoflurane concentration when you compare it to the vaporizer setting, this could indicate that there's excessive heating in the absorbent canister.
And finally, replace CO2 absorbents routinely, regardless of what the color indicator shows.
I mean, I'd be looking if I was there.
Necessarily change as a result of desiccation. There's additional important information in Abbott's letter. If you use Ultane, be sure you have a copy. You can get one on our website or from Abbott's Medical Information Department at 1.
All right, let's send out the drives. Oh. Some sort of alien.
Which is a product of Abbott Laboratories.
Keppra, or levetiracetam, is an anti-epileptic. Kaletra, a combination of lopinavir and ritonavir, is an antiretroviral. Of course, mix-ups between any drugs can expose patients to adverse events from a medication they didn't need. But in this case, a mix-up could also result in an epileptic patient.
The fog is coming. What else do I want? I think I need some gnomes. I need my trusty steed. Creature spotted. Wait, hold on. I got bad news for you, diabetic cat. He's in the shower. God. I think Peanut made a smaller one. Yeah, desk-sized. Holy Toledo.
During the first months after this vaccine was approved, epidemiologists at FDA and CDC noticed 15 VAERS reports of infants who had developed a particular type of intestinal obstruction after receiving the vaccine. The report signaled a potential problem which led to further investigations, and as a result, the vaccine program was suspended, and then later, as investigations verified the serious risk, the manufacturer voluntarily removed the vaccine from the market.
Of course, it takes multiple reports and thorough investigation.
I think I want a medium table.
A causal relationship between an adverse event and a vaccine.
PCs suck ass now. Yeah.
And making sure that vaccines are safe by providing a rapid signal that problems may be occurring.
Sometimes
graphics cards hitting MSRP is really funny. It's like, wow.
For example, the
This product is finally being sold for what it's worth.
22 pregnant women who had received live virus varicella vaccine by mistake after being exposed to chickenpox. These women should have received a different product, varicella zoster immune globulin, or VZIG.
In this case, FDA and CDC worked with the varicella vaccine manufacturer to publish details about the 22 cases.
Lights.
By publishing this information, we were able to alert healthcare professionals of this potential mix-up.
Oh yeah, the neon signs are really nice.
It's important to keep the VAERS system working, and we can't do that without your help. We're asking
Some witches' lanterns.
any significant adverse event that occurs after a vaccination, even if you're not sure that the vaccine caused it. It's easy to report by internet, phone, fax, or mail. You can find out how to do that on our website.
Well, that's all for this edition of FDA Patient Safety News. Remember, you can get more information on all the stories you've seen here today by visiting our website.
We also urge you to use the website to report problems you've encountered with medical products.
Spotlighting that so much.
We'll be back next month with another edition.
Let me give one of these a go.
Until then, for the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, I'm Anita Rayner.
And I'm Mark Barnett. See you next
damn it.
time.
Desk lamp is fancy but overpriced. Damn. I could go to the Transformers.
Being mined and hauled, or the size or type of truck. It's the movement of material to the crusher, storage area,
Pick your pine
preparation
cones.
plant, mill, railroad.
I was gonna do something productive. Probably not. Oh, god damn it, I gotta get the table all the way up here. That's gonna be fun. Nuts from Berserk. Really gotta clean up everything. Yeah, oh yeah, the hour. I don't know if there's anything cool going on right now. Probably not. Still going. Do the balloons like lose buoyancy over time? Looks like it's going down. It's hard to tell. It's a shame. I wanted it to drop down after 1,000 hours. I still gotta save up for that Stell gun. Nice. Damn it. Oh, we gotta drag it all the way. No. It's not so bad. Oh. It's not good. You can move the ATV easier than the furniture. That's life. I mean, have you ever moved an ATV? How would you know? I have. I'm not gonna tell you how hard it is. I was on an ATV when it got flipped over when I was like 7 or something. Head was squished flat like a pancake. Doctors put an air pump in my skull and that's popped it right back. It's not true. The flipping over part's true. I didn't get any injuries from that. Now the tractor. Oh, have you ever moved any four-wheelers? For the bloomers. Your uncle got decapitated by an ATV. I hope that's true, because I want to hear that story. You have moved an ATV, fuck. Well, there goes that. Good morning, Stinky Peanut. Welcome to welcome to Voices of the Void. Yippee. We're having fun. You went there. The pyramid. Isn't Memphis like a shithole? Like super high like homicide rate and everything? And then they've just got a fucking Bass Pro Shop pyramid. Why do good things happen to bad people? I think I might be able to wash that stain on the floor. I don't think these chairs fit too well. The hotel pyramid is too expensive. Fuck. He flew off an ATV at 30 miles per hour straight into gravel with no gear. No injuries. Damn. It's fucked up. I think you have to give subs bubble smoke. That money is going towards Kingdom Death.
On the width of the largest trucks using the road. Since
I'm getting
road width
ratty,
is not considered
I think.
part of the roadway width, extra footage or width should be provided. In addition to
plenty.
the following recommendation.
It's
Single lane roads should be twice
50
as wide as
bucks.
the truck,
Holy.
thus providing a clearance of one
100
half the
bucks
truck's
spent.
width on either side. Multi-lane roadways should provide the same clearance from the edges
Also
of the road,
drinking.
plus one half the truck's width between traffic lanes. For example,
Cool.
a two-lane roadway should be at least 3 1/2 times as wide as the truck.
Thanks.
Additional roadway width
I
is
don't-
needed on curves to provide
I don't have any
necessary
bits,
clearance, particularly
like
where there is two-way
comedy
traffic.
bits, or whatever,
Also,
you know.
all roads should be sloped to provide proper drainage. The very nature of
Bubble
mining
smoke.
causes the location of mine roads to be continually changed. Therefore, haul roads require frequent attention.
I'm activating my neurons trying to remember
Adverse weather
if I've
conditions are
seen you
also a
use
major
it.
factor in the
I
maintenance
think
of
there's an option that you can
Until the
turn
surface mud
off
can be
on
removed by
YouTube,
road graders,
but it's
rain
like
or
on
snow
by
can turn
default that you get to
otherwise
see
dissipated mud
when someone subscribes. Or maybe it was a comment. I don't know.
Of course, on dry days, there isn't enough moisture in the ground to keep the dust down.
John
So
Vod
water
Watcher
trucks
here in
make
the
their
flesh.
rounds from pumping stations to the haul roads throughout the mine.
Huh. Finally, I can pay my mortgage on
Curbs or
time.
guardrails are required on the outer banks of elevated roadways where there's a drop-off steep enough to cause a vehicle to overturn. The minimum height of berms must be at least axle high to the largest vehicle using the roadway. This
Nah,
axle
seen that one
criteria should
before.
also be applied to guardrails or other roadways.
Anyways, good morning, Hickory Dallingham. And good morning, Jala the Hedora.
Where conditions warrant, such as where a vehicle might contact a berm at a higher speed or at a more head-on angle. Examples would be at steeper grades and
Yeah,
at
I gotta
sharp
make,
curves.
like,
Safety
good
berms
emotes.
should be constructed to provide resistance to a truck going over the edge. But you should not rely on berms to stop your truck.
I'm gonna talk
You
about
should use berms
money.
as visual indicators. Use them as a guide to
Yeah, I'm
let
not
you
like
know that you are
relying on.
within the
I'm not
safe
a.
zone.
I'm not one of those crazy people that like quits their job when they get like
Serve to alert you that you are
10
near
subscribers on Twitch.
and assist in redirecting your truck back onto the
But
Remember,
the like number has been going down consistently, which is like, yeah, I mean like, why would you? Why would you subscribe? The main reason is for like emotes, and I don't have any like.
should be cut at an abrupt
It's like
angle
one or two.
Raise the wheel after it hits the berm and to
Bug
minimize
Shaker's
any
a good
braking
one.
effect that could permit the truck
I have
ride
to make
over.
hot bouncing
The berm
anime
works by giving
girls.
you the opportunity to keep your truck from leaving the roadway. If berms
I
are
want
repeatedly
this.
cut along the inside, the stability of the berm will suffer. The base of the
You know
berm
what I mean?
must be kept wide enough to maintain the height of the berm.
If I get paid for it, that's
Berms
cool
require
too.
Continuous attention to maintain both adequate width and height.
The number one is just some gift that Hiradola grabbed. It's a good one. But I'm getting money for it, which is kind of fucked up, but don't tell anyone.
Plus the berm. In cases where the roadway is not wide enough, berms are sometimes extended open.
Alright. I don't know where it's too dark at the moment. I gotta have a dancing mallow. That's pretty nice. With a fat ass. This isn't a great way to get up there. Oh yeah, that emote. Yeah. The car driving emote. Yeah. Yeah, making good emotes is hard, not just like like, getting something to look good and readable and also, like, convey the bit is difficult. I never thought of it. Nah, damn. I gotta loot this place soon. It's gotta be cool decorative stuff there. Drop the shrimp off at the alien GF's house. Change your oil. 2,200 miles. God bless the USA. That got eaten, like, before it hit the ground. What the hell? Women. Learn a decent bit drawing tool. Yeah. Yeah, no, yeah. Yeah, that's why people copy emotes so often. You know? Like, just take a popular bit and just redraw it with your Gammakata. It's cause, like, it's already good. Coming up with the idea is difficult, though, I guess. Splash woman tummy grab animated emote. Yeah. Originality is hard. Well, I mean, like, there's a difference between a wholly original, never before seen concept that's never even been thought of, and well, not, there's a line between that and just like tracing over like an emote. Everything is a derivative. Yeah. Derive my crock and balls. You don't want to be too horny while making emotes. What were you when you made the alien girl? Like a spherical NA. Thanks for the streams. Yeah, seeing that right after the guy, like, giving the 20 subs and saying that he wishes he could watch, but it feels like I'm like a Make-A-Wish kid. I wish for infinite wishes. Gets cancer and dies. I never should have tricked that genie. Good morning, Papado Games. I think that guy commented on the VOD. I think, I'm trying to remember. I'll collect that. Wish for the genie to have short-term memory loss. Yeah, it just happens to the genie A1, and now he's like, he's in a home. I'm gonna win Caleb Horse VT. Oh my god. I wish for the genie to his own head. Can you do that? Yeah, the computer monitor is a good loop. I'm not cleaning this up right now. It's a reference to a human video animation. Genie. My wish is to give Colicus Alzheimer's. Surely that will give me infinite wishes. I got nothing. I wish for all disabled people to be cured from disabilities for 5 hours, but they don't know about the time. Incredibly evil. Incredibly funny. I remember reading about oh, that is a really good light. That's nice. My chromosomes! Ugh. Stephen Hawkins making a beeline towards the nearest playground.
Nobody wants to see anybody get hurt here.
He doesn't even know about the timing. I don't know if that's true, but it's really funny. Because the women
you need to come up with a system that works for you to do an effective workplace examination.
I would jack off.
One way is to follow the production process through your mind,
Huh.
from start to finish. So, let's start at the pit.
Yeah, me
Make
too.
sure you check the pit floor. Is there any standing water?
Unrelated. You can go find nice bras. you didn't turn into a girl. Like no, you didn't even notice that anything changed. Ah, beans.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is when the gay aliens come out. In it. It totally is. Gay Lamau. Wait, is that Tia too? No. I mean, fuck. Brother, you've been here the whole time. I'm from Earth. Wait. I'm running out of fuel. Homosexuales marcianitos. Where's the marcianitos? Asking the real questions. El homo hermano. Alright, if we run out real quick, we should be able to track them down. Nice. You're turning the frickin' error rolls gay. What the hell? Also, that's gonna mind anything, dude? I got brain damage. Now I guess the power just went out naturally. Weird. Maybe it's just a funny thing that can happen. Didn't see no frickin' aliens. Maybe I did only press that button once, so it didn't, like, fully charge. I was not paying attention. Too busy thinking about ass and titties or something, I don't know. Where to best place my, my sapphic fan art poster. Thank you, Gene. Oh, that was my genie wish. Fuck. Driving in my ATV right after an MRE. That doesn't work. I wish it did. Oh, I'm bleeding now. Dude, where's my car? An alien is shaped like a deer. I can link at those here. Error roll being hit with the gay programming beam. Like the socks. Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. How is the Project Epoch server? It kind of makes me want to like get into WoW again. I wasn't like into WoW, but you know what I mean. Hold on. Oh, it's these guys. No, don't pause. Hello. I forgot what they're looking for. They're looking for that. It's just like playing. I'm insane. Okay, bye. Don't look up, they'll find it. That's fine. Yeah, they merged the servers and made a bunch of bugs. Oh. I love making bugs. Cool. Show me Silk Song. Maybe I should upgrade the server a little bit. I mean, yeah, whatever. Yoink. Oh, for better moderation and easier patching. Okay. Fuck. Those guys are gone. Why is it, Uh-oh. Let me enjoy my Chinese food first. Okay, there we go. That was necessary. Oh, those walleyes are so good. I think it's supposed to be there. I did my daily, right? Okay, they're gone now. What? Okay. Okay, yeah, good. We did it. Video games. Oh, yeah, if you run away from those guys, they, like, fucking blast you with lasers. Anyways. So I got a little too spooked. Oh yeah, we do have a light just sitting there. Pretty good. Ah, the TV. It's so loud. There. You know what? Sure. Badass. My fucking ears. It's normal. I want Shivlice, I think. Turn it up. Yeah, this is what AI was made for. My God. Fucking freak of an alien ran in here. There we go. It's funny when it's muffled. Yeah, good morning everyone that got woken up by that. Yeah, it's a good bit. Goodbye, green alien. Yeah, we need like another light in this room. People add multiplayer. There's the mod, but like officially, probably not. It's definitely a little difficult. Cold pizza. Like having multiplayer and updating it to not, like making sure it doesn't break every time. Ah, fuck. Or was that just Curfer? I'm sure that was just Curfer. I'm gonna wake up to a Curfer jump scare now. Take away from the experience. Yeah. It's all about gooning with friends. I can see the light from Curfer in the window.
Yeah.
When did I get woken up? Why am I woke? But like that kind of think about it. Beans. I woke up with a hard boner.
Different types of suspension systems are used on
Woke up with a hard penis.
Haulers equipped with gas-charged suspension cylinders should be checked for loose mountings and leaks. If springs are used,
level
check
3.
for indications of misaligned, shifted, or cracked springs. Missing or loose bolts. Spring hangers unsecured at frame. And cracked or loose U-bolts. If equipped with A-arms and torque rods, check for cracks and loose pins. Inspect all fluid carrying lines.
There.
So it's important that there be no leaks, breaks, or
Good work if it was asymmetrical.
The truck's braking system
Nah.
should be checked for missing, loose, cracked, or non-functioning parts, such as loose
I don't know, like, Don't Starve had this huge conundrum. It was like, oh man.
Grease or brake fluid. Excessive wear or cracks
Half the
in
point of the
rotors and
game
brake
is like,
or
you know,
drums and lining.
lonely wilderness survival.
Air chamber manifolds. You must also be alert
And then, oh yeah, fuck it. I don't know, like 10 cent got the IP or something.
Check the condition of the drivetrain components. Make certain there are no loose U-clamps or missing bolts.
I don't remember exactly who got the Don't Starve
Check the
IP
truck frame for cracks or
and started
broken
making
wheels.
Don't Starve together.
Look at the mounting of the hoist jacks and pins to determine if there are any cracks or missing
Don't
key
come together.
Look for
Scary.
any fluid leaks. And check the hydraulic tank mount. As you move to the rear of the truck to continue your inspection, check the other tires and wheels.
Fucking tingle
This
controller.
inspection will include checking the braking assembly to determine if the brake valves, pressure converters,
Yeah, give me
and
the
lines are
Mario Galaxy little
no
brother
loose or
controller.
missing parts. And looking for any fluid.
God damn, the light's so good. I gotta get more of those. Forgot about Dante. Aye, forces. Yippee. Oh, yeah, give me the karaoke music video from that one guy. So good. I don't think I can turn it around. No, okay. The soap. That was. Oh, you can get fucking kidney stones. Maybe that's why I took damage those couple of times. Drink more water. You can drink water in this game? Weird. I guess that's the reason not to drink too much coffee. That's nasty. It's real. Wait, what? Huh. Wonder why I put that there.
Belt is being worn properly. Ask the driver to start the engine.
Driver, would you start your engine?
Notice if the driver sounds the horn before starting the engine. After the engine starts, check gauges for oil pressure. air building,
What the hell?
low air warning device, or test LED system.
Oh, it's just the anti-breather.
Okay, this time would you...
That's normal.
Ask the driver to turn on wipers to see that they are operating properly.
The Kerfer's doing fine.
Wipers on, please.
Wait.
Okay.
Yeah, now Kerfer's over there.
Determine that the park brake is set, and then dismount the truck and walk around it to check if the lights are working.
Kerfer's living their best life. Yeah. Huge honkers in the POV. Yeah, on the camera, yeah.
Ask the driver to test the backup alarm. The backup alarm should sound automatically when the transmission is placed in reverse. And it must be audible above the surrounding noise level in the blind area.
Damn. Kerfer's got that fat of an ass. She's got the fucking...
This check applies only to
Anyways.
those trucks that have an emergency or
I
auxiliary
got nothing.
steering system
No.
of a type that can be checked. Ask the driver to...
Oh yeah, I wanted to save up for another, the cardboard box. The most exciting thing you can purchase with your money.
and check for air leaks with the brakes applied.
Hmm.
The purpose of this video is to aid you in your inspections of haulage trucks used on mine property. It is designed to supplement more in-depth instruction that will be conducted on proper inspection procedures. Your supervisor will provide you with additional information based on regulations and manufacturer's
What are the
specifications.
desk lamps? Hold on. 200? Oh my god. Yeah, sure. Hey, Bad Bags, gonna raise up this robot!
Can carry hundreds and thousands of tons
Your
of
ass is so
material.
fat, it makes you unable to be useful.
Parts of the belt conveyor include the head pulley, tail pulley, bend or...
Whoop whoop, pull over, that ass too fat. Hey, I gotta wait for that too. Yeah, sure. You should get a little sleep. It's good for you, yeah. I don't like that. Yeah, we could fit a lot more. Migu. Yeah, what if she had fat tits? What if she was wider than she was tall?
Bend and counterweight pulleys are
What
sometimes
if?
called take-ups. Their function is to automatically take slack out of the belt and to self-adjust when changes in temperature or load cause the belt to expand or contract. Counterweights are often used on incline belts and are usually placed in the upper half of the belt where higher elevations permit a counterweight to hang below it. The counterweight pulley holds a heavy weight and is hung between and below the two
Badass.
bend pulleys to tension the belt. Counterweight and bend pulleys have in-running nip points where the leading edge of the belting contacts the surface of the pulley. Nip points, pulleys, and shafts need guards to protect miners that can reach them from the ground, walkways, or stairs. The guards should prevent miners from reaching over, around, or through them to the nip point. Not all belt conveyors rely on bend and counterweight pulleys to tension the belt. In underground mines where headroom is limited, Conveyors may use hydraulic cylinders or electric winches with highly tensioned cables.
Electric winches.
In these cases,
Diabetic cat proportions. Yeah, it looks just like Diabetic Cat. Yeah. Don't mind if I do.
Other belt conveyor systems have wheeled movable carriages to support the tail pulley shaft and its bearings. The wheels are mounted on rails or flat portions of the conveyor frame. Tension is applied by a remotely located counterweight.
Long sleeve Miku shirt.
Wire rope cable and a series of shears or pulleys. Many mines
Scary.
use wheel rail pinch points and shield the tensioning cable to prevent it from injuring someone should the belt or cable break. Very short belts,
Like it's just got Miku on it, right?
are tensioned by fixed position, threaded rod take-ups installed at their tail pulleys. Openings for adjustment tools should be covered, small enough and properly located to prevent contact with parts moving inside the guard. Cover the openings if your risk assessment indicates it is appropriate to do so. If
Miku's arms wrap around you.
Suspended load hazards. Areas beneath counterweights can be barricaded with cables, railings, or fences to keep miners from passing or working under.
Like this.
Keep in mind that a well-designed barricade allows miners to remove material from under the counterweight without being exposed to the suspended load hazard. Idlers support the conveyor
There we go.
belting between the head and tail.
Very
These are
carefully
loading items
putting
that are
Lanky
mounted
Kong
close
back.
together under the material feed chute and across the width of the frame.
Have they ever done anything with them?
And at the narrow gap
Like, since DK64? Oh my god, you can toggle it. You can wiggle it, can't you?
There are more likely to be combinations of 2 or 3 shorter idlers arranged in a V or U shape. Idlers so arranged fold up the edges of the belt to prevent spillage while supporting it underneath. They are mounted on top of the frame at more widely spaced intervals. In-running nip points exist wherever the leading edge of the belt passes over idler rolls. Hands or tools can be drawn in or through these nip points, possibly breaking bones or spreading bones. Best practice for these situations is to guard the idler nip points, but this is not required except where unguarded conveyors are located next to travel ways. Covers, railings, bars, or screens can be used in metal and non-metal mines to keep miners walking beside or working on conveyors from becoming entangled in nip points between troughing idlers in the belt or from falling onto the belt itself. Emergency stop cords can be used instead of railings at metal and non-metal mines, but they are required at surface coal mines. The cord should be positioned
Hey, your
so that
ass
a
is
miner
too fat to
entangled
be
in the
useful.
equipment can easily and quickly reach the cord, pull it, and stop
Does that one even
electrical power
work?
to the motor. Where emergency stop cords are used, they should be in good condition, well secured, relatively taut, and free from knots or other obstructions that might impair their use. Return idlers are long and straight and are mounted across the bottom width of the conveyor's frame. They support the unloaded side of the belt after it passes the head pulley.
Maybe it
and
just
travels
doesn't
back
work.
toward the tail pulley. Return idlers carry no load other than the belting itself. For this reason, they may be spaced at wider intervals than troughing idlers. Return idlers can be killers. They have the same in-running nip points found on head and tail pulleys and other idlers, and their relatively wide throat opening can pull in a hand at any point along the face of the idler. Where textured belting is used, or where idler surfaces are not smooth, the risk is higher that a miner might
Pretty
be drawn
nice.
into the nip point. A number of miners have been fatally injured when their hand
Cool.
contacted a return idler nip point. While struggling to free themselves, both hands became caught, their arms were pulled in, and their head was forced up against the idler or the underside of the belt.
Oh my
The
god.
result? A broken neck. Return idlers that miners can easily contact should have their nip point guarded. Although multiple return idler nip points exist on any kind of conveyor, the most dangerous ones are the ones 2 to 7 feet above the ground.
Live leak, but rendered in the old school, like, pattern drawing style.
Reach their normal work position. When performing your risk assessment, pay particular attention to inclined belt conveyors and those that pass over walkways. Many overlooked and unguarded return idlers have been found in these locations. There are several ways to effectively guard return idlers. Metal plates or angle iron can be used if set close enough to the belt, but far enough away from the idler nip point. Rubber is not recommended because it is too flexible, nor is wood because it weathers poorly. Mesh or expanded metal boxes that completely enclose the item can be used.
Dangerous job, that mining. Whole class looks over at Colicus expectantly. Oh man, I gotta back to tier 3. Yeah, exactly.
Some conveyors have turnover stations to permit wear on both sides of the belt. Notice how this fence restricts inadvertent entry to a large area and the moving equipment in pinch points behind it. Deliberate access could be prevented if the fencing were extended downward and a lock gate were installed.
There.
If there was a work-related reason for persons to enter the hazard area while the equipment
Go clean up the basement a little. Hold on. Put the kidney stone in the item box. I don't think I need it for anything. Yeah, toss these out. We need those later. Put that away. Put that away.
to distribute material along the length of the building. They cause material to be discharged to the side of the belt rather than at the head pole. Trippers add additional hazards to a conveyor system because they have their own pulleys, shafts, and motors. Many move along the length of the belt while it is operating and are self-propelled and remotely or automatically started. Those that ride on rails create moving
The alchemy update. What sort of equivalent exchange could you get for a kidney stone? God, what a mess. I'm just gonna toss all the wood in there. Hold on to the scrap. Use the kidney stone as slingshot ammo. Yeah. That might be it. Why not? I don't think these potatoes are edible. They've been sitting out too long. The bong. Oops. Yeah, that's still in the ground. I'm not gonna touch it. I don't want it to break everything. You used cherry pits with slingshot ammo. I used cherry pit into a knot with my tongue. What the fuck? Vafan. Nice. Yeah, I'm gonna need like a couple more cardboard boxes. Damn. I'm not even, well, maybe I will try using all this wood scrap I could do a lot of damage building funny little structures. Although I will never forget Peanut's cool ass like second balcony that he made. Put like a sleeping bag up there and everything, and then it like exploded. It looked really cool too. Watch TV with his wife. Yeah, exactly. You can make things? You can destroy them too. You can bring Zarkodia. Build a wooden UFO. Yeah. Build a flying machine. Still haven't figured out how to get propulsion. There's gotta be a way. Is that rubber scrap? I don't want to get in there, actually. Hold on. If that's not an event, it really should be. There's something to push you into the furnace if you get in there. I kind of want to try it now. It's really tempting. I use that a lot on those mannequins. Put the rock in the furnace. I would absolutely get way too into any of those like shitty simulator games. Like, I get it. I saw like a little bit of gameplay of the Pool Simulator. And it's like, yeah, this looks like shit, but like, I feel like I could sink like a little bit of time into it. I could sink way too much time into it. Just like, yeah, you get like, you get a piece of property and it's full of trash. And then you clean out the trash and you get like 5 pennies. And you gotta place like the shittiest building possible for whatever simulator game it is. And then you make pennies, and then you can buy the next thing, and then the next, and the next. And that's how they get you. It's almost like it's a gameplay loop or something. Harvest Moon, yeah, exactly. I'm telling you, man. Take that simulator gameplay style, but it's like an electronics repair shop in the future or whatever, and then and you repair robots and you fuck the robots. There you go, $1 million idea. But you gotta work your way up from fixing VCRs. I'm telling you, man. It's the future. Does fucking the robots give you more or less money? It's a good question. think this thing's getting a little overloaded. Oh my god. I've never heard that. Some of it's still going. I'll just leave that. Yeah, what do you mean 4 robot fiends? There's gotta be more people than that jacking off the robots. You're crazy. And good morning, Christmas. Anyone sent that one with the PC as in player character, or like PC full of beans? Oh, the computer. The real life X robot with the funny WWF logo. It was the mysterious meat eater. It's normal.
Small wetlands to intercept field drainage products. Green channels stabilizing boulder weirs and controlled drainage. When identifying types and arrangements of vegetation,
I need more money.
zones that have been discussed before.
Yeah, no, that's badass. Thanks for the clip, Papado. You sick fuck. Oh yeah. The garbage. Cool. This is miscellaneous trash for some reason. Canned food. Don't mind if I do. This is also miscellaneous trash. Nothing but wood scrap. Okay, it's been a while. Chobits. Yeah, that one. Yeah, based. Yeah. Oh, is that the guy's actual Twitter account? No way. Probably not. What's WWF? World Wildlife Foundation. And also World Wrestling Federation. The Wildlife Foundation's got the panda. The wrestlers have steel chairs. It's like poetry. That's the actual logo, by the way. Yeah. It's real. Get the MRE right now. I'm not keeping the cans in the fridge. I kind of want canned peaches just for the novelty. The wildlife guys made the wrestling guys change it. Really? I didn't know that was the story. I thought it was just because, like, Federation had to be, like, an actual, like, real sport or something. And,
The primary maintenance activities include weed control until
it's the redneck soap opera and all that.
mulching, mowing, herbicides, and all of the use. Mow zone 3 as high as possible to remove annual weed seed heads, but not young grasses and forbs. Prescribed burning during the first 4 to 5 years can also aid establishment. Once established, these grasses and forbs need to be either hayed.
My in-game stomach.
It's pretty simple. Vigorous growth means more filtration and therefore cleaner water. Replace significant losses of tree and shrub seedlings during the first 3 years to ensure the desired plant density of the mature buffer. Protect young trees and shrubs from deer, rabbits, and beaver. Wildlife damage protection can be involved and expensive. And finally, inspect the buffer annually.
The boys in the backyard on the trampoline beating the shit out of each other. Yeah, it sounds awesome. That's what it's all about.
Or to repair concentrated flow pens.
A well-established and maintained riparian buffer
What
will
is that? Like, that's not anything, right? Sick airtime, by the way. Hold on. Don't die. I need more gas. Yeah, whatever's on the radar is around here. If you got on a trampoline, your legs would snap off. You could use the exercise, maybe. I don't know. Now I kind of wish I had a trampoline. I wouldn't use it. It would get eaten by birds or something. And use all the plastic to build the nests. All that fun stuff. Oh, fuck. I don't know why. I thought I had more fuel than just that. Giant Colicus. Pisses into gas can. I mean, let's set the next batch. It's just garbage. Put a little bit less in this time. Incredibly tempted to shut myself into the incinerator. I'll bring Kerfer in to watch. There we go. I hope it's possible. I don't see why it wouldn't be. Nice balloon, Mr. Golikov. Wish there was like a vacuum. The physics might be going a bit too hardcore. Oh yeah, I don't know about turning it on while... Can you even turn it on while it's open? I feel like that is a really bad idea. And probably something that you can do. Hey, what the fuck was that? Calm down, Dick. Just a storm. Sounds like someone's breaking in. Yeah. It's been years. Let's enjoy this nice schizophrenic atmosphere outside. It's gotta be good for you. There we go. It's hit by lightning while holding gas can. Yeah. I feel like that would happen.
The preceding was a production of New Mexico State University. The views and opinions in this program are those of the author and do not necessarily represent the views and opinions of the NMSU Board of Regents.
Kilns and dryers are the largest moving pieces of equipment in industry. They remove moisture from
I thought
minerals
that was a Hanamimi.
and chemically processed materials.
The diabetic cat thing. And the peanut thing.
Long, slightly inclined steel cylinders that rotate about their long axis. They're supported by a few...
Yeah. Now the storm's already over. For the most part. Working together hand in hand. Cock in hand. Two kings hand in hand.
Such as mineral sands or sand and
Crushing pussy, sex with a man.
They are drums with sieve or screen openings in their periphery. Kilns, dryers, rotary screens, and trommels are all similarly shaped, equipped with circumferential riding rings, and supported on trunnion rollers.
I gotta get that as a video and put it on the TV.
These rotating shells and drums are irregularly shaped and often have protruding thermocouples or bolts that can strike or entangle miners. They're built so there are close clearances between the shell's outside surface and the inside surface of the inlet and outlet hoods into which they're inserted. Two hazards exist here. They are pinch points for hands and
Woman spotted, holy.
Can spill or blow out should equipment be
Yeah, Kerfer will fix that. It's fine.
If a risk analysis discovers environmental...
I didn't have a boner till this part. Whoa. Hard penis. This is the condoms. Your Honor. Oh, you didn't wake up with a boner. Kerfer pole dance mod. There isn't? You sure? Did you look? I didn't. Hardline mic. Oh. There's a mannequin hopelessly, shamelessly failing to get in. Yeah, another alien drive-by. We gotta take care of this guy. You expect me to believe you? That you didn't have a... Oh. Looking for the Kerfer pole dance mod, yeah? Too busy jacking off the pornography. To jack off the Voices of the Void. I've got higher priorities. There we go. What percentage of players played exclusively to make a goon base? All of them? Mm-hmm. Goon base alpha. Oh yeah. Goon base virgin. 80% of them are gooners. Oh, God damn it.
And I welcome you to this program. Monograph changes were approved by the Judicial Conference a little over.
Wow, another crunchy signal. Who would have thunk? Yeah, that's something.
And you've had some great stories to share and tell about the results of your implementation efforts. We're here today to talk about some of those challenges and
That's cool.
Probation and Pretrial Services with the Administrative Office, and we're going to have a pretty extensive question and answer period. So we look forward to this broadcast. Stay with us, and let me introduce the people to you who are on the set with me right now. I'd like to introduce Tim Musgrave, who is a senior U.S. probation officer from the Southern District of Texas, and Tim is Northern District of Texas. I am so sorry. He is a Northern District of Texas.
So I'm locking in every time I do the frequencies.
Next to him is Tom
The
Boston,
filters.
who is a Deputy Chief U.S. Probation Officer from the all-encompassing District of Utah. And to my left is Ron Golden, who is a Supervising U.S. Probation Officer.
Alright. Oh, God damn it. What was alcoholic factor? I don't know. Abiotic factor doesn't have as many sexy aliens. It's got like one. Yeah, that's all I know. Yeah, Google, show me Layak. Holy. Yeah, which one are you thinking of, Doc? I'm not an expert. Didn't know it had any. Oh. Now you know. Holy. Yeah, Google Images, show me Layak abiotic factor. Sexy. I wonder. Steam community post. Why Layak is the most smashable entity. Yeah, thanks. I get it. The s'mores, oh yeah. Now you get it. Shoutouts to the Genie A1. Wonder whose fault that image is. He's the genie that does the Make-A-Wish kid wishes. But, only if it's big boobs.
And one of the things we do know with supervision is just the power of being connected to people or feeling
is this peanut?
We're going back to one of the values we hold.
Like with huge boobs. The bunny suit. It's badass.
You had talked about, if I can just do this for a minute, her medication.
Yeah, I'm with the science team on this one. Those are her lungs. Acting as boobs. Now what is this? Like HD. Yeah, don't mind if I do. I like the Sasquatch on the MRE box.
A single officer inside the CCC, and he had constant contact with both the offenders living there, plus the staff. During the time the monograph was being developed, the new one, we were also developing new supervision space. We were fortunate enough to get the building 50 feet away from the halfway house. So now we have all the supervision officers out there who are having daily contact with both
That's
the residents
awesome.
and with the staff. They're our contract, we're the customer, they're learning what our needs are through better...
It's exactly when you put like a jump scare behind the player.
efficient as far as our travel time to do our contacts.
And there's not an expectation that every district out there is going to be able to have their supervision unit right next to the halfway house. But again, that connection, the continued connection with the halfway
Damn, now I'm spooked.
I assume has made a difference. Have you seen results or differences in what happens with people coming right out of the CCC and how smooth the transition is?
If you need food and use requirements, we're seeing
Like don't Scoob.
discuss the jobs, all the things that are going to occur, and fully back out on the street on supervision. It also accommodated it to ask officers to make a lot of changes. They had to get used to this contact with the CCC staff. Putting us right next door, we've created an environment that doesn't make it too strenuous on them.
The other thing that I want to talk to Tom about pretty quickly is you're the deputy chief.
Southeast Asian folklore. Floating disembodied woman monster with the organs hanging out.
And what are some of the things that you've done to make sure, because we know this is an issue.
Huh. Layak is not Southeast Asian.
Same thing, but what have you done in your district too?
Not yet.
The best part of implementation.
Oh, hey, we got a
is
weekly
your upper
bonus.
management really supports
Nice.
what you want to do, and they're talking
I don't think I missed anything.
and that the supervisors are going to be relatively consistent.
Layak is Southeast Asian. The wrong way. I'm getting turned around. Thinking about disembodied women. Yeah. The blood flow has left my brain. It's not true. Don't put it like that.
You have to get out there as the main cheerleader and have weekly meetings. Why are we doing this? What do we have to change to be consistent?
Hey, where's my cursor?
Okay, thanks, Tom. And I would also say that Sandra Fry from the Northern District of Texas, Tim's deputy, has also been involved in the training over the past year on these monographs and was part of the work group also. Before I go to Ron Golden, who's sitting next to me, I want to show you a piece from our last broadcast in March.
Yeah, it's Romeo. All I know about Valheim is they kept rebalancing the game whenever it updated to make it like more tedious. Just kind of fucked up. Still don't have any sacks of meat. No Eerie. Waffon.
Wow.
Great, babe. More sustainable trading. Trading the most abundant resource in the game, crops, for a ton of ammo. That doesn't sound very interesting. Huh. Weird. Maybe I will try Abiotic Factor at some point. Well, I mean, like, I definitely want to, but, like, some point soon. I don't know, maybe I could just do it tomorrow. Smile. Forgot about making thumbnails. So true. That happens to me all the time. Okay, everybody laugh at this guy for being a YouTube editor. You should just, like, say fuck it and just make them all Mr. Beast, like, lowest common denominator, like, style. I don't know if it's still the current trend, but last time I paid attention, like, a couple days ago, the funny trend was, why such and such sucks, you know, like, why being a Fujo actually sucks. Think about it. You could make some top dollar. Think of a very cheery Poco. There we go. Voices of the Void. Hey, I know that video game. The bass has gotten worse since last time. Good morning, Cheery Poco. Good morning, Bubble Boy 01. Got another Make-A-Wish kid. Yeah, there's a honk button. It's Alt. For some reason. Shoutouts to the Genie A1.
I think managers have to give up some of their old control of county boxes and get
Whoa.
more into the notion
Anyways.
of objective stuff of why are we doing this, what is our desired outcome.
Right. Okay. I'm going to.
How's your base
I
going?
want to get over with Barbara Meyer.
Oh, that's cool.
As I said, we have hopefully a good question and answer segment coming up, so I want to get to that as quickly as possible and give these guys
Does that
some more time to talk
mean
to us. So, in the meantime,
the funny events is going on? I don't remember.
And I'd like you to watch a segment that we taped from a National Institute of Corrections broadcast where they're talking about implementing evidence-based practices and pretty much the same thing that we're talking about. And they're talking about it at the state and local level. So there's a lot of similarities going on throughout the criminal justice system, again, at the state level and at the federal level. So please watch this, and it's followed by some quotable quotes that people sent us from around the country, and take a second to watch those. We'll be right back.
Some people emphasize our business is not rocket science. And my response is that it's more complicated than rocket
What are we
science.
on? Hey, 35.
Consistently
Wow.
moving people to
Found the
exercise
Glorp well and Erie well.
responsibility and discipline.
Oh yeah.
Out of conflict with the law.
I think I have those out.
is a demanding challenge.
That was it. Yeah, I think all the creatures are currently active. I just only found one.
What, why, and how we do business in order to more effectively impact the people we supervise. What you've seen today is the initial framework intended to stimulate thoughtful change in our industry. It's long, hard, but doable
There.
work. And NIC is in the process.
Imprisoned. Yeah, things are going great over here. Can you see the Jack rug? Yeah, sure. Yeah. Well, I mean, that's about how it was before. The funny settings should be on. I didn't actually check. Yeah. There you go, Jack. It's you.
On the changes to the monograph over the last.
I don't remember exactly what the funny setting changes.
Today. So let me get to some questions for Barbara. First and foremost, changes to the monograph. It's only like 14 months old and already you're making changes. Can you talk about that?
Well, certainly. We do have a commitment to keep the monograph current, and so the first set of changes were
Hold it.
released in March of this year. Right after they were endorsed by the Judicial Conference.
Okay, and where can people find those changes?
The changes are up on the JNet. The monograph itself is up on the JNet.
Yeah, too.
And we also put together a packet of summary materials talking about what the changes are, why they were made, and also has pages on which the changes were
Oops.
made. We emailed those to the probation chiefs and to our supervision points of contact.
There.
Wow.
Oops. Gotta turn her back to idle.
I know the answer, but I can ask Barbara for all of you.
I'm really tempted to just go get like 3 GPUs. How much for the
That's the way we know what changes are needed in the monograph.
good cardboard box? 300. Damn it.
Okay, so appreciate the fact that the administrative office really is being responsive to the issues.
Yeah. I'll go. I'll do that.
So this is coming to a desktop near them, not in a binder to them. That's the case?
That is correct. The AO is no longer issuing hard copy monographs or updates to them.
Okay, all right. That's one issue. And
Oh, that's where that went.
Second issue, which talks about district reviews, program
Cool.
reviews, and John Hughes just sent out a memo to everyone saying that again, because of budgetary constraints, the administrative office will not be doing routine district reviews out in the
There we go.
districts. So that whole process is on hold for right now. But Barbara has some information.
Think I'm like Manny McMannington. Welcome to video games. Ostensibly.
Stop their efforts to update.
It was the old base. From like the previous save? Or from like 1 million updates ago? I do miss some of the amenities. Like critters. Give me a gnome. I haven't picked up the pencil yet. You can get away with the alien on Twitch.
And we hope to be posting that revised instrument probably
I don't know.
Well, we are hoping actually that the instrument that we'll be posting will assist them. One of the reasons we're posting it, even though we're not be going out in the near future on a routine program.
Yeah, the old base was funny because of how simple it was.
Of the kinds of things that we'll be looking at, and hopefully they can use that in their own self-assessments. Actually, Tom, I think the district of Utah.
Time to take a pass. Mario, what are you doing? Oh my god! Just waiting for the cardboard box to arrive and all that so I can do some decorating. Gotta build the rest of the coolers. Yeah. You prefer the previous look to the signal station? Yeah. I'm fine with that. I love it to watch. Hey Mario. Able to see the better over. Hello, Mario. Keep going. This is gonna be up there for a while. I'll set this down there. Forgot about the fuck you Luigi bit. It's been so long. Let's do this first. I need every drop of money I can get. I don't like need it, but you know what I mean. Oh, that's so much brighter. Maybe like over here. That's pretty good. You either get the view with the ladies or you get the This is the male penis and a testicle. I still believe that's real, even if I know it's not. It's real to me. Alright. Oh man, yeah, that I gotta put that on the TV. You know, Dad works at Nintendo. Whoa. I gotta get the money for the cell gun. Can you get the burger image? Jack, you sent that, I think. I'm like 90% sure. It's gonna take forever. Just an RPG burger poster. What? Some of those words might be in the Bible, and I recognize all three of them. One of them is causing me a little bit of confusion. I heard something. Yeah, I know just an RPG. I didn't know he had a burger poster. I think I know the exact Chikorita image that you're talking about. Video's out. No. No. Moderators. Send him to the dimension. Becoming the hardcore hunter. Still feeling the after effects of the altruism. That's not what I got diagnosed with, by the way. Locking in, while cleaning up fucking wooden scrap off the floor. The largest container in the game was not enough to hold all this. Damn.
of what we have done back here. But I think what managers can learn is the more
Cool.
that you sit down with officers, talk about their cases, and understand their strengths and weaknesses.
Badass. The rain is so cozy. It is a really good bit. I think the weather's great. You know? It really helps with the atmosphere.
And I think
Tim is the line officer who is the person who's being evaluated on a regular basis.
What did I put on? Awesome. Yeah, the light helps a lot. I need more money. Gotta find a way to make money off of this. Oh yeah, I wanted to see what the signal was. It's gotta be good.
Right, there are actually two things. One, I know people are tired of hearing of what version 3 will do for them, but one of the things that will be in version 3 is an internal tickler system that can be used to generate entries for an action list. And that should help both supervisors and officers keep track of the individual things that they have to do. And that
What do you mean,
action list will
tickler
also
system?
incorporate things that you don't automatically enter, things like if it's a sex offender, it will tell you if you have not at least entered into Paxidate where you have verified that.
Sell sexy curve photos. That'd be really funny. That'd be kind of cool if you could sell photos.
I think really will help all of you.
Like you take a photo of an alien, you get
But
like
I'm
50
gonna
points.
send this back to our panelists again for a minute, just your response on this, because I think I know what the answer is, but here we go. For those of you who are supervising officers, and again as an officer, Tim, this whole new process of the supervisor doing the case staffings with you, actually sitting down, talking about your cases, going out in the field, what we've heard is that this gives the supervisor a much
I don't care about upgrades.
want to reinforce that notion, a much better understanding of the officer's real performances and a better sense.
Man, I could use a nice pizza.
So if I can send that back to all of you.
I think just for me personally, going out in the field, sitting down with the officer and doing the case planning process is
I gotta become one of those freaks that's able to just wake up in the morning and go, man, I'm gonna make a homemade pizza and then make it that day rather than wait a million years. Yeah, go do my job. Thanks, babe.
I think the case staffings and the general staffings, the more you sit down and act like we're the two professionals here, we're going to put our heads together and do the right thing for this offender's plan.
Bacon and eggs.
I mean, that's
Yeah,
much more
badass.
than a paper file. We supervise people.
That's awesome. With like toast or
commitment by our chief and also our deputy chief as well.
just bacon and eggs?
Came out into the field to be in case planning process. Originally, just to observe, but that doesn't happen. What we've found is they're in there in the
Need to buy bacon.
the case plan.
I feel like you can do without it.
very rich. Our system.
Isn't like the main point of pork that it's like cheap?
Now, but after we finish, he provides some good feedback.
No toast, just protein. You little pervert. Is that just the lightning? Scrambled eggs. Roast pork belly. Yeah. It sucks that it's that expensive, you know? Like pork belly. Think of it the 1,000 bits. Bubble smoke. More money for the slot machines. Ah, fucking Kerfer. Get out. God damn it. Spend all this time putting a table in the middle of the room. I guess I could move the bunk somewhere else, right? Like you would just take a hammer and take the nails out. I'd have to move all the decorations. Yeah, all the wives. Yeah, sorry for calling them decorations. Oops.
Getting them to the agency right from the CCC, and they're transitioning under supervision is really important.
To get that relationship started then has been real important. Yes.
Kind of mad there aren't more aliens.
About relationships, isn't it?
The Mormon dilemma. The domestic abuse.
Staff and working with them on the transition issues, you have a lot of people by virtue of the caseload that you have, and we know a lot of people out there are in the same situation who don't go through a halfway house. So what are some of the things that you do in terms of helping them transition?
The moving the wives part.
Very often, probably more than half
as opposed to
on a relocation to the Northern District, or that are just releasing out. If there's any
thinking about this thing.
we want to do, we'll send a Probe 49, one of those waiver forms, and have them agree to for a litany of extra conditions. Invariably, they'll sex offender with
Yeah, this thing.
and that's it. They want to come to our district, and not going to happen. So we'll start, with extra conditions. When
Oh,
you do
nice.
accept the
It's
plan,
done.
there are times that I'll ask them, what is your community safety plan? How are you going to do better this time out in the community and not get revoked again or whatever their issue was? If they're a substance abuser, how are you going to stay sober out in the community? I'll elicit feedback from them. One of the things I saw Rich James, one of our officers, doing the other day, he's doing an initial interview. Mom, Dad, the brother, they were all,
sure.
He had his hands all over that case because he had other eyes out there in the community helping that transition to happen.
Tim, do you have the opportunity to interface with the person?
Yeah, apparently there's a whole like
Bureau of Prisons facility.
Usually it's just
Judicial News Network.
Send me something like that. The other day, though, I got a phone call from a case manager.
Or like television network. I don't know how much of it's like.
Within my supervision area, so I just drove out.
I don't know what like that actually means.
Just visited with him. He signed the 49. Not a problem. His relocation pay.
Like, did they just call it that? And they just make a bunch of like training videos for like judges and like lawyers and stuff? Or is it like a secret channel? That's just part of the floor. Fuck. This is Sparta. Yeah? Oh, there we go. I can't even see what's being cleaned up. Power Thirst. Yeah, I don't know that one. Maybe I'm not as old as I thought. I do remember sitting there as like a 7-year-old or whatever. Like 4-year, a little fella. Looking up like This Is Sparta epic remix and like Gummy Bear song. That was awesome. 400 babies. So true. How would you make 400 babies? PG-13 300 trailer. That's familiar.
I think people from our educational background and professionalism,
I think
what we think is trivial may be a big step in some of our cases' lives. And let's make it reasonable. Maybe just getting their first checkbook or getting their teeth fixed. And however we can help to refer those things or accommodate those are bigger events for them.
Alien. You're gonna make Temporal Drive. 4 days, 3 hours, 14 minutes. Oh, for Milk Song. Milk Dong, like in all of those animations.
To walk out and say, I want the person to remain drug-free or crime-free. Any layperson could have come up with that plan.
Milk Bong.
The professionals and the technicians, when we talk about the activities that we're going to spend public money to go out and complete, we want them specific to that case. If it's pill counting, if it's anything as specific as making sure that they get the right dental referral. We want them very specific to that case.
This is something, though, I think we have somewhat struggled with. We've, in the past, been very good about identifying supervision issues.
Can't comprehend Silk Song coming out.
To actual offender objectives, it becomes a little bit of a language problem, perhaps.
I gotta get, like, the OBS scene and stuff set up for that.
Planning with an officer, and we were looking at a young man who had been convicted of a drug conspiracy. Everybody knows those, of course. And one of the supervision issues was, of course, criminal associations. This young man was feeling quite isolated coming out of the institution, and we were, in essence, setting him up to say, you can't run with your old buddies. Stay away from the motorcycle gang that you used to hook up with. Well, he had nobody else. And what the officer and I did in the planning session was just a little more of a
Servers.
appropriate friendships. You know, he bought into that as a helpful tool that we were trying to work with.
The soapman.
Rather than stay away from the bad influences.
You know, conducting the offender objective interviews, I've done some myself. And when the
Just waiting to get more money.
That's been taken aback, saying, why is this guy concerned? And it may be coming from a different frame than they
I should start farming.
I mean, they're so
And then I can get the money to redecorate.
You must do this, you must do that, you must do this. And then we're back to actually
Voices of the Void fun bucks.
asking where their strengths are.
The war stories right here in prison or the halfway houses are plentiful. They're, you know, if you consider the source of where they hurt them, somebody that screwed up the community, got sent back, and, you know, yeah,
Silk Thong.
they're not going to accept the responsibility.
It's not a bad idea.
You know, the guy who sent me here. And so if they will consider that, then certainly.
I could do it.
It's a surprise for me.
Okay, let me go back to Barbara here.
Tomatoes are lucrative.
Have her talk a little bit more about
Badass.
what she's going to do for you in terms of those objectives and strategies and some comments that she has for all of you.
Well, I think the most important thing is that
Could use some tomatoes right now.
include some very common objectives and strategies, but it does that for the purpose of preventing you from having to write things down that you were going to be ready to have.
Doesn't the Sultama show up at like day 30 or something?
And the most important thing, as the gentleman over have talked about, is that they must be individualized. in this case. And there are going to be some cases they're not going to have any objectives. And it's not.
Oh, 45.
You have to individualize what this person needs based
Yeah,
on
my voice's internal clock is way off.
some of our people are not going to have a whole lot of risks and needs.
I'm not used to playing in like reasonable chunks of time.
We are trying to get away from, you know, routine going through the motions in every case, so that we can start targeting.
As long as Carter doesn't interrupt me while I'm sleeping and knock over my table, I'll be fine.
Is the culmination, and what the monograph says is that the transition off of supervision is a process. Early termination is a tool that we can
I'm gonna guess Sultama happens before the Rotazol ship.
any of these just sort of technical things we're
Just for
doing
fun.
because we do have a responsibility to remember.
Betting $1 million.
Get them off of the caseload, and hopefully it will be a reward for their good behavior and their future success.
Okay, thanks, Barbara. We have another question from Bill Montgomery from Indiana Northern. Thanks, Bill. Regarding the preparation of the initial supervision plans, their implementation and subsequent evaluation, unless the case is earmarked for early termination, of course, as Barbara just talked about, are you finding supervisors or officers requiring more frequent evaluation beyond timely issue-driven staffings? And I'm going to send this back over to Tom.
This is some premium yapping on the TV.
If I understood the question, other than what we call general staffings of issue-driven staffings, if there's going to be more than one plan within an annual period, I think what we have to find in our behavior is that if you're going to work on a general staffing, very often you're doing something different with that person's plan. So you actually are doing a plan.
Stick a mint VOD in there. See how long it takes anyone to notice.
Or in any other kind of risk issue.
I think Jimmy would post Mint Costello with huge knockers fan art from Twitter.com if he heard Mint Costello.
In many cases, it could have 4, 5, 6, or 7 in a year. Other compliant cases may only have the one.
I also think it's important not to leave the newer.
It's just a theory, a game theory.
For me, my preference is to have more of those staffings with the
Well,
younger,
yes.
newer, officer rather than your veteran. Who's probably
I'm not crazy.
knows a little more about what's going on in the case right from the get-go. So those with the new officer are scheduled, you know, and if a situation arises, of course, we haven't been doing a lot of
Aliens.
You have to file out, and you're doing a lot of work in May, and you're actually changing the plan. Well, then that's what you've done. You've done a plan staffing.
We use
Yeah, it's like 4 a.m. I'm gonna go take a piss and boot up Greta.
bad UAs, or you know, we need to be looking at.
I have to learn how to draw. It's been too long. I mean, like, look at this. I wish I could do that. Aw, beans.
And give yourselves credit.
Alright. No Voices of the Void next Sunday. Be too busy playing Silk Song, probably. I could just play more tomorrow, I don't know. Yeah, give me a sec. I'll be right back. Alright. Put on, I didn't hear it at all today, actually. Hold on. Badass.